Do you know that the most tranquil and least interrupted place you can find is within your own soul? Today we will talk about what Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor known for looking for peace, did in the evenings. We will learn about 7 things he did in the late afternoon and evening and see how we can use these ideas in our lives today. By the end of this video, you'll have some really old but useful ideas to make your evenings better and make yourself feel peaceful inside. Use Marcus Aurelius' wisdom to make your soul more peaceful. So, here are the 7 nightly habits of Stoics. Number 1. Eliminate external stimuli. Marcus Aurelius thought that being happy and feeling good mostly depends on our own thoughts and how we see things, not what's happening around us. When we're always exposed to outside things like news, social media, and what others say, it's hard to pay attention to our own thoughts and feel calm inside. Aurelius said, to have a happy and satisfying life, we should pay attention to things we can manage and forget about what we can't. That means getting rid of things from the outside that make us feel bad or take our attention away and concentrating on our own thoughts and feelings inside us. Number 2. Engage in physical exercise. Marcus Aurelius advises that it's not good for a person to get old without witnessing how strong and beautiful their body can be. Although Marcus Aurelius lived almost 2,000 years ago, he knew how vital physical exercise is. He thought that having a strong and healthy body is essential for having a strong and healthy mind. Number 3. Review your day. Marcus Aurelius believed that it is very crucial to review our day at the end of each day. This is called retrospection. When you do this, you can think about what you did and how you felt and figure out ways to do things better. To do it like Marcus Aurelius, find a quiet spot where no one will bother you. Take some deep breath and relax. Then think about your day. What went right? What could have been better? What problems did you have? And how did you deal with them? When you're looking back, be truthful with yourself. Don't be scared to admit when you messed up. The point is to learn from your day so you can get better. Number 4. Contemplate your inner sage. Marcus Aurelius had this idea about thinking about your inner sage. He thought that each of us has a smart and good side inside that we can talk to. He believed that by thinking about this inner sage, we can learn more about ourselves and our place in the world. Aurelius also believed that thinking about our inner sage can help us make better choices and live happier lives. When we have a tough decision to make, we can ask ourselves what our inner sage would do, and when we're feeling lost or unsure, we can turn to our inner sage for help. There are a few ways to think about your inner sage. One way is to sit quietly and think about the good qualities in yourself and others. You can also try writing in a journal about what your inner sage would say to you when you face a problem. Another way to think about your inner sage is to practice mindfulness. This means paying attention to the present moment without making judgments. When you're mindful, you just notice your thoughts, feelings, and how your body feels. By being more mindful, you can understand yourself and your inner sage better. Here are some steps for thinking about your inner sage. Find a quiet place where you won't be bothered. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Focus on your breath and the moment you're in. Ask yourself, what are the good qualities I see in myself and others? What would my inner sage say to me about the problem I'm facing? Listen to your inner wisdom and trust your gut feeling. Remember, thinking about your inner sage is a journey, not a finish line. There's no right or wrong way to do it. The most important thing is to be patient and open to the process. Here are some extra benefits of thinking about your inner sage. It helps you know yourself better and accept who you are. It helps you make better choices and have a happier life. It helps you have more compassion and understanding for yourself and others. It helps you find inner peace and be content. Number 5. Embrace your higher perspective. Marcus Aurelius once said, think about life from a bigger perspective, even though we're just a tiny part of it. Also think about time and how little time we have in the grand scheme of things. Consider fate and how little control we have over it. Look at your own life from above. What Marcus Aurelius meant was that we should see life from a huge perspective. This helps us step back from our personal feelings and worries. In today's world, we're surrounded by things that want our attention. When we leave our homes, we see ads, news, opinions, and other things trying to get our attention. Even when we're not at work or with our families, we're often on our phones, listening to the radio, watching TV, or using computers. All of this can make our minds tired and it's hard to find time to think and relax. Apps, games, videos, and TV shows often take our attention away. This makes it hard to deal with our own problems, worries, stress, and responsibilities. But there's a Stoic exercise that can help us. It involves looking at our problems from a higher perspective. It's like looking at things from above. You can start by setting aside some quiet time in the evening to think. Begin by looking at your immediate surroundings, your body, your home, and the people you live with. Try to understand how they feel, what they think, and what worries them. Then expand your view to include your city and the people living there. They all have their own lives just like you with hopes and fears. Keep widening your perspective to see your whole country, and then go even further to think about the whole planet. Think about all the people on Earth. With their different lives, backgrounds, and challenges, think about the difficulties that less fortunate people may be facing. Keep going. Thinking about the solar system, the universe, and how vast everything is. When you look at yourself from this higher perspective, you'll realize that you're not separate from everything around you. You're a part of something much bigger. This helps you see yourself and your problems more clearly with less emotion. It's easier to understand why you have problems and find ways to solve them when you step back and look at the bigger picture. Things start to make more sense. For example, if someone insults you, you're feeling upset, try this exercise. When you see it from a higher perspective, it's easier to not let it bother you so much. Small arguments and disagreements don't seem as important when you compare them to the vastness of the world. Many of our problems become less important when we see them in the context of the bigger picture. Number 6. Spend time with your family. Marcus Aurelius taught us that whether we live a long time or not, we all share something important. The only thing we can't hold on to is the current moment. That's because the present is what we truly possess. What we lack, we can't lose. Marcus knew how vital it was to be with his family. He adored his kids and wife, even though he was a busy and important person. Each night, he ensured his children were snug in bed and gave them a goodnight kiss. He reminded himself not to hurry this special moment as it might be the last. He knew life was unpredictable. He did this every evening for as long as he could. Stoics like Marcus thought about death to remember that life is brief. In Australia, a nurse who cared for people nearing the end of their lives discovered that many of them wished they had spent more time with their families. They regretted not being there for their kids when they were young and not spending enough time with their parents. These days, families don't spend much quality time together. And even when they do, they often sit silently in front of the TV because everyone is too occupied with their own things. Just like the Stoics, when we consider that one day we or our loved ones won't be here anymore, we may start to make changes. We may decide to spend more time with our family and express our love for them more often. Spending time with family is crucial. It helps us form strong bonds, increase our love for each other, and strengthen our relationships. It also helps us tackle life's challenges, impart our values, and boost our children's self-assurance. Number 7. Prepare for the mornings. Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, don't wait to do things. He believed strongly in waking up early every day. He did this to make a morning plan that used every minute well. He thought sleep was for recharging, not for being lazy. Part of his morning plan actually started the night before. The Stoics, like him, would get ready for the next day by thinking about it in the morning. They'd think about their goals, prepare for different situations, and look at themselves. They did this both in the morning and at night. You can do something similar. Make your morning simpler by preparing the night before. Choose your clothes, pack your work things, or plan your morning routine. Think of it like a list of things to do for the next day that you don't need to think about in the morning. This way, you save your thinking power for smaller choices, like what to wear. It's good for your health and makes waking up more pleasant. Getting ready at night not only helps your mornings but also reduces your worries about what you'll do during the day. Marcus Aurelius' ancient wisdom offers us valuable insights into leading more peaceful and mindful lives. Now it's time for you to reflect on these 7 nightly routines and consider how you can apply them to your own daily routine. Which of these nightly habits resonates with you the most, and how do you plan to incorporate it to your life? Let us know in the comment section below.